This is Renata. I'm showing for the school community, I'm showing another basic manifestation program template. Basically, I'm just showing only things that are available within the AOD 48 pack. And that's a pack that you can download for free off of stand.store/life manifestations. So if you want to set this up at home, just using like a transfer test that you can get for free off of the cheat card site or cheattransfertest.com, you can follow along with this without having to have the program. But this is demonstrating the basic manifestation program and the various positions and using the AOD 48 pack. So this is basically a stress relief and optimism trend, which is helpful for when you're stressed out or when you're worried about, like, if you start worrying about how your manifestation is working or if you're doing things right, you can use this to like help clear some of the worry out. So we have the main target, and I'm just used a picture of myself. And so that's the main target is the person that you're working on. The main trend I used here is stress relief. Um, and you would just write, I'll just write, I am stress free. Okay. And then the alternate target is usually a grounding energy, and I'm just leaving it blank in this case. If you have the program, I use Kia Solomon Mars against repercussion, and I just write in ground excess energy, protect against repercussion. That's what I do there, but I'm just going to leave that one out for this trend. And the trend environment is a trend which adds to the environment of your main trend. And so in this case, I'm using optimism and success, and I'll just write, I am optimistic. And then the basic action is an action related card. Sometimes it'll be, sometimes this one will be an energy. Sometimes optimism. Sometimes the trend environment will be like an astrological energy or something along those lines. And the basic action is just one that is an action that adds to your main trend. And so in this case, I'm using overcome worry. Write down, I am worry free. Then you would just focus on each part of your trend. And in this case, for the background, I have optimism and success. If you have the basic manifestation program, you have backgrounds and you can choose any of them, but you could also put a filter there. You can change your background depending on, how you intuitively feel. And then the orgone transfer, I'm just using a cheat card. You would use a life energy transfer and attach it to your machine if you have an orgone generator. And if you want to, if you don't have an orgone generator and you just want to subscribe to a cheat card, you can subscribe to a cheat card for $7.77 a month on cheatcard.com. So that's a cheat card that I'm using as my orgone transfer. And so then you just stop with each position and you think about how it connects with your trend. So then you push this button and it sets a rate. We're going to leave alternative target out in this case. And then you would just click go and then it starts. And you can leave it running for, an hour, a couple of hours. And then normally you would watch for inroads, but in this case it's for stress relief, so you just wouldn't worry about it. You would just let it run for a couple of hours and trust that it's like clearing things out for you and helping you relax and everything. So that is that trend. I'll probably run this one later, but I'm gonna stop it for now. Stop. And so that's a short video. Thank you.